Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the podcast. It is Monday morning, just getting the camera right. This is the first time I have done a podcast since I've got back from holiday. Got back last week. And so last week, there's nothing really to report other than I had a really, really good time on holiday. I want to tell you just a really quick, brief bit about the holiday. Basically, we went to Mallorca, and it was really, really strange because for the first time on holiday, there's nobody around the pool. When we got there, there must have been, I don't know, maybe uh, I've three families around one pool, and we went to another pool. There's maybe another three families around the pool. It was just bizarre because obviously of coronavirus and people not traveling. There was just nobody there. The hotel wasn't even 20% full. The day before, none of the pools were open because they didn't have any lifeguards. There was no entertainment. There was only, and the second day, there was one guy doing the entertainment. It was just bizarre. It was just a weird experience. But somebody just asked me, do I regret going? No, definitely not, because it was an amazing experience. It was nice to get away. We haven't been away for so long, like everybody else in this country, and it's just nice to actually get back out there, get in the sun, and get in the pool. So we had a fantastic time. Really enjoyed it. Some memories. I always say that money, it's just a ticket to experiences and memories. That's all it is for me. And obviously, don't be too cavalier about money, but I don't have the same respect for it as perhaps most people. So if I can pay money for an experience or a memory, something with my family, then I will do it. It was actually quite expensive as a holiday compared to what it normally is. And again, I think that's probably an impact of coronavirus and everybody going to Mallorca because it was on the green list. And so I believe that you're paying the coronavirus tax, I suppose, because everybody wanted to get away. It was a green country, so the prices probably went up. But it was an amazing experience and something that I do not regret doing. Now, in terms of this week, I debated with myself on my morning run this morning whether to share this information or not, because I don't know. I don't want to come across like a dick, basically. But then I thought, you know what? I've got to be really, really honest with it, because I want this to document my life and what we're going through. And yes, sometimes it's going to bite me in the ass because some people are going to hear stuff that isn't probably for their ears. It's for my ears, for my family. It's for me to document my journey. And they're going to take advantage of it, maybe by opening up a self-storage or whatever. I don't know, be in competition. But I've come to a decision that I've got to be open. I've got to be honest. And I don't know, because otherwise, what's the point? What's the point of doing this podcast if I'm not completely open and honest? So one thing I didn't know whether to share or not is that there's on Swanmore Lane in Beverley, there's a car dealership that was Vauxhall. It's no longer there anymore. It's a vacant property and it's for sale. And obviously, with my landlord starting up against self-storage against me in Beverley, then I've probably got to look for another location. Although there is a chance that I can have another 5 years on the property that we're currently on. But it's got me looking outside the box. It's got me thinking about other areas and in Beverley, what I can do and where we can go. And so the problem is, when I first looked at this site, it's for sale at 1.75 million. And straight away, I just thought, well, it's too expensive. Can't possibly do it. And then I went on a mastermind course, paid £10,000 for one day to be in a room with amazing people. And the guys there opened my eyes to what's possible. And I've decided that I'm going to go for it. I've put an offer in. I've offered 1.65 million. Now, he's just emailed me this morning saying, can I give him a ring? The guy, I put the offer in last Tuesday. It is now Monday. So he's been 6 days since the offer. I've got no idea what he's going to say. But on top of that, I've got no idea how I'm going to get a mortgage for 1 point something million. And then how am I going to get the deposit as well? So there's a number of barriers that I need to jump through. The guy did say to me that he wouldn't take a penny less than 1.75 million. He said, if you do, don't bother. So I don't know what he's going to say. I don't know if he's going to accept it or not. So it's 1.65 million. We put the offer in. He's a Beverley guy. Don't think he or anybody else listens to this podcast that he knows. Maybe they do. I don't know. So we put the offer in anyway, and I'm going to give him a ring very, very shortly and see exactly what he says. And then, I mean, everybody seems to be confident that we're going to get the funding. The financial advisors that we're speaking to, because you've got to pay for the best, especially if you're trying to push the envelope. Like we are trying to get, I don't know what, 1.2 million pound borrowing. funding. And then we have obviously need then to go to our private investors and say, hey, do you know what? We need help here, guys. We need more money. And so that's a big thing for me this week. I need to get the funding. Well, don't know what comes first, the chicken or the egg. I need to do two things. I need to get the funding and I need to get the deal done. First of all, if I get that done, then there's a whole host of more problems, because then the site needs a lot of work doing to it. It probably needs £500,000 spending on it to get it looking what we want to do. We're going to have self-storage inside. That's what we're going to do. That's going to be inside self-storage in the property. It's 11,000 square foot property, and it's got around about, the total site is 1.1 acres. So we can put all the external units around the outside. We can take them from Beverley. The mortgage, if I'm just going to be honest with you guys of figures, the mortgage is going to be just a little bit less than 5,000. The mortgage at the borrowing, so that's to borrow 1.2 million over 30 years, is going to be around about 5,000. And then to borrow the extra 500,000 pound, again, it's going to be around about 5,000 pound a month. But I know this is boring for people who are listening to this, who are our friends, family, people who've just from America who decided to start listening for the podcast. I know it's boring for you guys, and I apologize. But on Mondays, what I want to do is document my journey, because I feel like it's going to be good for my kids to look back and see how much struggles we had, the goods, the wins, the losses. And so what we need to do is basically it's going to be £10,000 a month. So we need to fund £10,000 a month. However, if you look at it, Beverley at the minute, net profit is £10,000 a month is Beverley self-storage. The revenue is £12,500 a month. So if we don't do something and my landlord kicks me off, I will lose that £12,500 worth of revenue. I will lose £10,000 worth of profit. So for me, it's a no-brainer, because if I take all the customers and all the units to the new site on Swinemore Lane, that means that I will still be earning £12,500. It still means that I will be netting over £10,000, because obviously there's no rent. So I will be netting over £10,000 a month. However, I need to pay a mortgage and repayment of loans to my investors. I need to pay them money back. So I need to pay them that £10,000. So in effect, I'm kind of losing that £10,000 a month, but it's going to an investment. It's going to pay off that 1.65, whatever it is, building. So in 30 years' time, I'll have that building. So therefore, it's a good investment, because if I don't do anything, then I will lose that income coming in. Because if a landlord kicks me off, I've got no business in Beverley. And so therefore, I lose everything. And so there's risk in doing nothing. There's risk in doing something. However, you've got to mitigate that risk as much as possible. So we're going to open indoor storage. We're designing a full new website. We're getting one of the world's best content writers to write the content on our site. So we're really going all in on this. So downstairs is going to be self-storage. Upstairs is going to be office space. Now, one of my very, 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 very good friends, he owns or part owns the Waffle next door. And so I can either do the offices myself, or I can rent the office space out to him. And I reckon that'll be around about £5,000 a month, which will get coming in there. So at least we will subsidize some of the money through that as well. So this week, that's what I want to do. I need to get the deal done, and I need to find out about the funding. I've literally, if anybody's got a mortgage, if you've been getting a mortgage recently, you have to, or anytime, you've got to jump through so many hoops. Imagine that. Doubled or trebled how much you need to do for a business loan. Luckily, all my accounts are up to date. So that is number one. That is one thing I want to complete this week. What else do I need to complete? I want to record 25 podcasts this week. I want to sort out my software with Mahesh. I want to go through that. That we're excuse me, that we're developing in a minute for a manless facility, because Beverley will be a manless facility. So we need some software. So we're developing some software for that. I need to go through the content for the website, because they've emailed over the first draft. So I need to go through it. And I also need to go through the website design. I do know there is something else as well. Oh, yes. So another thing, just away, because I always think it's nice to have something away from your core business that you're focusing on, just because a change is good as a break. It's as good as a rest. And something that excites me is setting up a YouTube channel for Zach and Kide called The Booties or something like that. And what we're going to do is put in the back garden, we're going to put some cameras all around the football pitch. And then what we're going to do is we're going to automatically record it. As soon as we come on the football pitch, it's going to automatically record. That is then going to be sent to somebody who's going to do a YouTube channel, design a YouTube channel for us and stuff. And we're going to basically create that. So I want to start that process. I want to know what cameras to get. And I want to basically order the cameras, get them installed and get it up and running within 4 weeks. That's the plan, because then we've still got a lot of the summer to do, play in the back garden with the summer holidays and stuff. So yeah, that is exciting to me. So that is something that I am really excited about doing. Okay, guys, girls, I believe that is it. And yeah, we'll see you soon. All right, see you tomorrow. See you later. Bye-bye.